Welcome to another video from Black Swan Revelations. Today we're going to be talking about something that I never really paid attention to before. I always knew it was in the Bible, but this is a revelation that I got. In the New Testament, there's a story about a Pharisee named Simon that invites Jesus over for dinner. When Jesus is there, this woman comes into the house and has some oil and breaks the jar of oil and begins pouring it over Jesus' feet. And she is basically crying as well and wiping wiping Jesus' feet with her tears. And this is interesting because this has happened more than once that someone is washing Jesus' feet with oil. I thought it was just one story, but this was the first time. And Simon the Pharisee thought to himself, if this man knew who this woman really was, we're not sure who this is. If he knew who this woman was, he would know not to let her touch him. So she's weeping and basically washing and drying his feet with her hair. The second instance is when Jesus is reclining in the home of Lazarus, a guy that he rose from the dead. His sister is Mary and Martha. Mary grabs a jar of oil and begins to wash Jesus' feet. And one of the disciples was like, man, that's expensive stuff. What are you doing? And guess who it was? Judas. Judas was upset at the fact that she cracked open a jar of oil and washed Jesus' feet. He thought maybe water would be good enough, and nobody thought that maybe they should wash Jesus' feet. So Mary did it. And this is interesting that this has happened twice now. The third time is when another woman comes in, but this time, she breaks open a jar and pours oil over Jesus' head. And the disciples again, probably Judas again, was upset. So this is like three times that this has happened, but twice that we know of that Judas was upset at this. Couldn't figure out why Jesus would let this woman break open this jar of oil. Must have drove him crazy, because every once in a while he would dip his hand in the money bag and spend it on whatever. I find it interesting that this woman only poured oil on Jesus' head, and Jesus said, this will be remembered forever, what she has done for me. I find it very fascinating. I always thought it was just one story. So 3 times, 2 for his feet, and 1 was with a woman that was a sinner, and Jesus said, don't sin anymore, go and sin no more. And I think it was different than the woman that was being stoned, because he also told her, go and sin no more. So I think this was a different prostitute, if you will. And then the second one was Lazarus' sister, Mary. And then the third was another unknown woman that was anointing him for burial. Interesting stuff. Anyways, if you like this type of video, like this type of content, let me know in the comments. What are your thoughts? Did you think this was just one story? Very interesting stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.